Hey guys, welcome. This is a general reading for all earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We're doing a pick a card, but I want you to hang for a minute and listen because it's not your mother's pick a card. First of all, I forgot to mention for the fire signs that if you are in the All Access Pass membership where you get everything, you have access to the extendeds for these pick a cards, and you can find it in the collection that says astrology transits and specialty readings. I sort of extended it to add specialty readings since I don't do pick a cards often. But if you are in the All Access Pass, you can watch all of them, all the extendeds, okay? Also, I forgot to mention that they are priced a little lower than usual, a couple bucks lower, because the extendeds aren't as long, since I'm just doing a short deep dive from the pick a cards. Okay, so they're $7.77, I think. So if you've ever wanted to try an extended and maybe you thought, well, $10 is a little much, maybe the $7.77 version will be something you can give it a try, see what you feel. So anyway, I want to let you know that the links for the extendeds will be below, and it will say PAC and then the letter A, B, or C. Okay, PAC, pick a card, pile A, pile B, pile C. And before I get too far ahead, A and C have little clear quartz crystals on them, and B has a smoky quartz crystal on it, okay? Just in case that speaks to you. But here's how this one's going to work. It's a little different than most pick a cards. You are going to first think of your most burning question when it comes to your relationship. Okay? I read for relationships. That's what this is about. So your most burning question, and it's okay if it needs a yes or no answer, because this is a yes-no reading. I know I don't like yes-no readings when I'm doing private readings, but in this sort of a format, it actually kind of works. So you will be guiding this. It's about trusting your intuition. I talk about it all the time. You should be jogging down your questions right now, as a matter of fact, and then letting your intuition tell you what's the most burning question that you have. And then we're going to take a deep breath. In, out, center yourself. And just based on your intuition, for the question that you have asked, you're going to choose pile A, pile B, or pile C. Go with your first instinct. It's usually right. Okay? It's usually right. And lock it in. Write it down. Commit to it. Okay? And so what I'm going to do is when I'm done giving you the little introduction here, I'm going to cut away and open up a new video and do A's reading, followed by A's extended, which there will be a link for. I'm going to cut the video, reopen a new video, and it's all put together with timestamps. Okay, so that's what you're seeing, is I'm just stopping so I can move these cards out of the way, start with pile A, do a reading, then I'm going to stop it so I can clean it up. And you get it, that I never do video editing, but in this one I kind of have to, otherwise you're watching me clean up cards, and that's no fun for you. Okay, so that's how it's going to work. Please don't forget, if you enjoy this style, or if you think it was fun, or you got something out of it, or you're really amazed by your own intuitive gifts, that you really kind of honed in on the right question and the right pile, and you got an answer that you needed to hear, give me a thumbs up. Hype the video, okay? The fire sign one didn't do very well because I don't think a lot of my subscribers really normally go for a pick a card. This is a different type. It puts you in control. Okay? All right. So before I cut away, I'm going to pull an overall fortune oracle card, just so we have a card that's sort of guiding us through all of the readings. All right. Tomorrow will be the air signs, and then the following day will be the water signs, just in case. This is good for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Not as great as a cross watcher, I'll admit. It would be better if you're here with the earth sign in your own chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And it can also be for North Node as well. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. That's pretty powerful. Here's our message. Ooh, we get the moon. It says, card 21, pay attention to your intuition at this time and move ahead confidently. I love it. That's pretty funny. And don't mind me while I giggle. I think that's hilarious. Okay, so it says, are you ready for this? There's your card. It says, this card indicates that your intuition is very strong at the moment. You are right to rely on your gut feelings. Dreams that seem intense or other messages and signs. You are right to rely on your gut feelings, dreams that seem intense, or other messages and signs. So that was all one sentence. Problems will be solved more easily than before, but decisions need to be made right away. Spending time alone will be nourishing to your soul. Okay. For personal relationships, it says the moon card can give you clarity regarding relationships. Well, that's what we're here for, guys. Okay. Be on the lookout for deception in the form of a two-faced friend, a lover, or family member. They may not be what they seem. The new moon is an ideal time for relationships. Business acquaintances who meet under a new moon herald success, and soulmate connections may be made. New ventures abound and positive health conditions prevail. You will find success in anything started now. Move forward confidently. Yeah, well, we're not going to have a new moon for a little while because we have a full moon coming up, but the picture's a full moon. Just take it as the moon and pay attention to your intuition and move ahead confidently. You get it? Okay. So we know to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, to like, share if you feel called to do so, hype if you have the option to hype. Not everyone does yet, but most people do. And yeah, I'll see you for pile A. I'm just going to cut away for a minute and get ready. Here we go. Okay, guys, pile A, let's jump in. Got your question. You're locked into pile A. We're looking for a yes or no response and then the storyline that goes with it. So just so you know the rules here, major arcana are a yes. Court cards, king, queen, knight, and page, are no's. Even number card, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, are yes. And odd number cards, 3, 5, 7, 9, plus the aces, are no's, because an ace is technically a 1. You ready? I'm just going to pull all the cards. We have a 6 of Wands crossed by the 9 of Pentacles. We have the Hanged Man in the root of the problem. In the past, we have the 8 of Swords. Top of mind, we have the King of Wands. Near future, 4 of Cups. Message from Spirit is the Hierophant. Hidden energy of your person is the World. And in the outcome position, which is sort of, you know, how things might unfold going forward, we have the 8 of Pentacles. So it's looking like a yes because we have even as yes, Hanged Man is yes, 8 of Swords is yes, 4 of Cups is yes, Hierophant is yes, World card is yes, and the 8 of Pentacles. It's a solid yes. We only have 2 no cards, and that is the King of Wands and the 9 of Pentacles. Okay? So whatever the question was, and I hope you posted a positive question, looking, you know, like you could ask a question like, is my relationship going to end? I would hope that you would have asked a question that was like, will things work out, right? Are we going to kind of reconcile things? I hope you posed your question in a positive frame, right? Which is the higher vibration, because you got a big honkin' yes. All right, so in the overall energy, Six of Wands is about reconciliation. Here's some Virgo energy for my Taurus, Virgo, Capricorns, crossed by the Nine of Pentacles. So it means it's like, it feels to me, all right, hold on. I have a clock set. I didn't need it, so hopefully, sorry. So, where's my Nine of Pentacles? Crossed by the Nine of Pentacles means it's a challenge, because in the Nine of Pentacles as a challenge position, this is about your confidence. It's about also being respected and treated with respect. You know, and if we're going to have a reconciliation or even a homecoming, that can also be it. The Six of Wands can be a homecoming, you know, someone returning to you, in other words, and along the way of that return, it's about kind of making peace over something. It could be a little hard if you've sort of adjusted to a separation or the time apart. And, you know, it's about your autonomy. It's about how you identify. And sometimes it's hard to have someone come back in that's been estranged for a while. So we'll look at it in the clarifiers. I may not clarify everything, but we'll definitely look at that. Because in the below, where we have the root of the problem, we have the Hanged Man. There's something that's been in a state of limbo, I'm feeling, or, you know, just no motion. It's just been kind of in this temporary standstill, but sometimes it feels like it goes on forever. In the past, we have the Eight of Swords, so definitely an energy of feeling stuck around it and not really knowing your next best step. And here in what's top of mind, hello Leo, King of Wands, right? Is this person coming back to claim you? Okay, are they coming back to claim you? And that can be very challenging if you've been sort of left to your own devices by this person, you know. It's kind of hard sometimes to reconcile that. Four of Cups in the near future. Yeah, this can be speaking about disillusionment, right? Unhappiness and disillusionment, and also an emotional disconnect. But Spirit's talking to you about the Hierophant, which is about, you know, kicking it up a notch. It can be an ascension for the connection in terms of your commitment to each other. It is about, you know, our beliefs and all that around the vows we make and take and around commitment, but it can just be an up-leveling of some energy that's more committed between you. Because your person here in the hidden energy has the World card. It looks like they've come full circle here. They're ready to close out a difficult chapter that left you both in limbo and you not knowing what your next best step was and feeling really stuck. And they're ready now for a new beginning. And then we have in your outcome position the Eight of Pentacles, which is working it out, right? Putting your heads down, making it a priority, focusing on it, looking at the details, all the subtle nuances, coming up with solutions to the problem, okay? So it feels like whatever it is that seems a little off here or disjointed or disconnected, because of how this person is coming at it, and if they had been the rate limiting step in the past, it looks like you're on the path to working it through, if that's what you choose. Okay. So I am going to look at the Six of Wands with the Nine of Pentacles. Why is this Six of Wands challenged by the Nine of Pentacles? Three of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Six of Wands again. So that's good. I like that we kind of have the bookmark, right? We open with the conscious awareness of the Six of Wands, and we kind of, in the clarifiers, close out with the unconscious Six of Wands. So that, pardon my fingers there. So that's really kind of helpful, because it means that it's, you know, it's within, it's without. It's, you know, the Six of Wands is the emphasis of this reading. And the Six of Wands can be a homecoming, like I said, but it can also be about, you know, finding your way to the middle ground, right? Where you're forging a win-win outcome, where you just decide that, you know, we're going to bury the hatchet or work through our issues. But the goal here is to make peace. The goal here is to kind of come through that battle successfully. It's a victory card. So why is our Nine of Pentacles here in the challenge position? It's because, well, maybe we thought we were on the same page once before. Maybe we thought, well, that's what we were doing before, is we were finding what works for us, coming to agreements and compromises. And there we have this King of Pentacles, and it's almost like I can hear you say with this Nine of Pentacles, which let's just take it as an earth sign in general, since I'm doing an earth reading. I can almost hear you saying, well, it's useless if you're not going to show up. If you're not going to show up and do the work, it makes no sense. If you're not going to be invested in this, if you're not going to be cooperative or co-creative, it's pointless. So I think your challenge is on principle here. Principle is also a pentacle-y kind of a word. Okay, so I'm feeling like there's an opportunity for reconciliation, but you're not going there easily. You're looking for assurances, something solid that can tell you, yeah, this is what we're supposed to be doing, and that they're equally invested in it. Let's look at the Hanged Man. Tower. So something happened here, and I feel like the Tower was, I mean, maybe for some of you everything fell apart, but it feels more like it was a disruption. And so everything kind of landed in a freeze frame. I don't think there was any closure. That's why the Eight of Swords in the past, the stuck energy, is like, I don't even know what to make of this. I don't even know what to think about it. I don't even know my next best step. Like, this just got disrupted. So the Hanged Man represents that almost, you know, like a frozen time. Five of Swords. Definitely felt sabotagey, like some kind of sabotage that interfered, or something that feels like it was a zero-sum game. Yeah, something definitely got between the two of you and caused this major disruption in an insidious way. And there is the love between you. There is the gift of this love of a lifetime. And it's been kind of like, imagine the Ace of Cups in a glass enclosure, right? And it's almost like it's frozen in time. The love hasn't gone anywhere. The love hasn't even lessened. Wow. So now, of course, I want to see the King of Wands. I understand the Eight of Swords. Let's look at the King of Wands. Nine of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, and the Moon. Okay. So it's top of mind is like, yeah, if you're coming toward me for a reconciliation, you're gonna have to want it a lot, right? Because I'm operating from my intuition. Okay. Because I'm nervous. I've got anxieties and worries and, you know, apprehensions, rightly so. And I'm operating from my intuition. So be prepared to persevere a while, because it's not going to be easy. to win me over. Give it your best shot. Take your shot. Don't quit. Keep coming. My intuition will be the guide. I do want to pull one card on this Four of Cups just so I sort of understand it. Yeah. All right. Now I got to do more. There it is. Okay. This person, I'm glad I did. This person is returning because they know they lost a good thing. You've been feeling the emotional distance between you and your beloved. They're coming back to recapture that because the other interpretation of the Four of Cups is a missed opportunity. And here you are potentially in that moment of choosing each other, of your free will, of your own volition, saying this is a sacred bond. This is what it's all about. This is how I'm meant to feel in partnership, in connection, at soul level. So the Four of Cups is almost what's being reconciled, is that emotional distance, the disillusionment you feel and the regret your person feels at having let it go to begin with. So let's see our Hierophant. Queen of Wands, Death card, Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel Spirit's kind of saying, come at this with confidence. Come at this with confidence. Hold fast to what you value. Have good boundaries, right? And you value yourself most of all. I hope most of you were sitting there going, yes, Laura, because the Death card is representational of something that's about to change. And as a result, some things kind of have to die off. And so you really want to come at this with a sense of your own personal power, that sense of knowing your worth and value. Yeah, knowing your worth and value. Allow it to come to you like you're magnetized as this Queen of Wands. And understand that in order for the two of you to sort of ascend into your higher selves for this bond that you're recreating, where there will be responsibilities to each other, and more commitment than you might have had once before, right? Appreciate that some things have to change and that you have to stand firm with boundaries. I'm not seeing the Four of Pentacles as guardedness as much, because Spirit's calling you to meet this with fire, with passion, with strength. I'm seeing it more as, I know my worth and value. I'm not going to let you take it from me again. So it's, that's giving us a little hint as to what might need to change from the past or from whatever set this crap in motion. Right? We're not just picking up where we left off. For your person and their hidden energy, we have the World card. Seven of Cups, Ten of Wands, absolutely, and the Ace of Pentacles. Yes, this is a new beginning card. This is a new beginning card. Just so we're clear, this new beginning comes at some other cycle's end. So we're closing something out. This person is very much in the weeds of their feelings, maybe a little bit overwhelmed, really wanting to unburden themselves of all this heavy negative energy that's swirling about, that they've been carrying for however long you've been apart. If it's a week, it's a week. If it's a decade, so be it. But in their unconscious awareness, should they be able to unburden themselves, should they be able to offload all this confusion and all the mix of emotions, it will be a breath of fresh air. It will be such a relief that it brings about a whole new beginning, a whole new cycle. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. King of Swords. Ten of Swords. Right, so we got to work through whatever happened here that left you feeling devalued. Now do you understand why Nine of Pentacles is the challenge position? Because she knows her worth. Now do you understand why Spirit's saying you're going to have to come at this like a Queen of Wands? You're going to have to get your fire energy going, okay, so that you stand firm on your boundaries, so that you stand firm for your own worth and value, because that is what was taken from you before. So that's what we're working through. I think your person here comes in with honor and integrity, really with the best of intentions, wants to do the best by you and by both of you involved, and it brings to the end a painful cycle. That's why they have the World. This is what they're trying to close out. And this is what has had the Hanged Man kind of frozen in time, and that Ace of Cups behind glass. So we've got this opportunity now to work through that past abandonment, that past rejection, that past devaluation. They're going to have the integrity to do that and to change what needs to be changed, so you can have the growth and the transformation that comes with it. And you can say bye-bye and close out and get closure from that painful chapter. Okay? So my friends, that is the reading. And from here, I'm going to go into the extended, looking at it from your person's point of view. So let's call them the King of Wands. They're the King of Swords too, but the King of Wands feels the strongest, okay? Because now they know what they want. So if you want to join me in a deeper dive from their point of view, the link is below. It says PAC in quotes A, and that's the extended for this reading. Don't forget to subscribe below if you haven't already. Like, where is it? Right there. See? Like, hype, and I'll see you at the extended in a second. Bye for now. Okay, pile B, here we go. Gonna pull the cards and let me tell you the rules. We have Major Arcana is a yes. Okay. Court cards, King, Queen, Knight, Page, are no. Even cards, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, are a yes. And odd cards, Ace, 3, 5, 7, 9, are a no. So I'm going to pull the spread, and that's for the main spread only. The clarifiers don't count. So I'm going to pull the spread. We have a 9 of Wands crossed by a 6 of Swords. The root of the problem is the King of Wands. Past is the Ace. And we have another Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords in the past, Ace of Pentacles top of mind. We have the 9 of Pentacles. Message from Spirit is the 4 of Cups. We have the Death card in the hidden energy of your person and how things might unfold going forward. Kind of looks like a no from here, because we have only got 2 out of all these cards. Only 2 are yeses, because the 6 is an even number and the 4 of Cups is an even number. We have the 9 is odd, so that's 1, the King 2, the Ace 3, the Ace 4, the 9 5. Oh, we have 3, and the 7 of Pentacles is 6. So we have 6 no's, 3 yeses. Okay, so it's a pretty qualified no. And what I'm going to do now is tell you what the energies are, so that you can sort of understand how we get to the no. We've got here a lot of perseverance, but possibly feeling like it's time to throw in the towel. That could be you, that could be your person. And what's crossing you is the Six of Swords. It's hard to move on from this. It's hard to get. It's almost impossible. It's exhausting to get to some form of peace, to get to calmer waters, to get past the turbulence. At the root of the problem is whoever it is you're dealing with may sort of not be claiming, what you have to offer. The King of Wands in his upright is very definitive, without hesitation. They know what they want. They claim it. They aren't going to take no for an answer. They're very, it's a big energy. It's like there's no mistaking a King of Wands in a relationship. It's like, yeah, we're doing this, right? But in reversed energy can be a lot more of a don't call me, I'll call you kind of an energy. Right? If I want you, I'll let you know. It's got a little bit of a little tyrant in it even, that is sometimes disfavored. In the past, there's something that happened that got your attention. Maybe some kind of truth was revealed or a moment of clarity that came in. Top of mind for you is a new beginning. Or at least the offer of a new beginning. But it feels in the near future you may continue to kind of fly solo here. The Nine of Pentacles is a single person in the tarot. Spirit's going to talk to you about the Four of Cups, which can be disappointment, disillusionment, and feelings of, emotional disconnection, rejection even. Your person, in their hidden energy, we have the Death card. Now, the Death card does talk about what we need to leave behind, right? It can talk about something that sort of has to die off so that something new can be born in its place. But to me, it's always a card of growth, change, and transformation. But in this case, this person may actually sort of be turning their back, essentially, as if to say, well, in order for them to, for them to have any kind of transformation or any kind of growth, that this is something that they sort of have to leave behind, is the connection. It's possible. But I don't think we're getting a super shut the door, stick a fork in it kind of a thing, because we have the Seven of Pentacles, and the outcome position for how things might unfold going forward is they might continue to unfold organically over time if you're patient. So that's provided that's what you want, is to wait it out. I just feel like this person is sort of giving you a difficult time. So the Nine of, I'm not going to clarify everything, but I'll clarify what I feel I want answers to. The Nine of Wands and the Six of Swords. Six of Pentacles, Two of Swords, High Priestess. There's your intuition, right? Yeah, you're at this crossroads. It's about reconciliation, coming back together, moving beyond something that caused a lot of turbulence or, disturbed perceptions, thoughts, communication, trying to persevere, but can we make it all the way to a reconciliation? We're at that crossroads moment where decisions need to be made. And the decisions are important. So I kind of feel like you're almost here to see, can this be reconciled? Are we going to come back together and reconcile this? Let's look at our King of Wands, because that King of Wands seems like the rate limiting step. Five of Cups, Seven of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like Lots of mistakes here, regrets of the past. I feel like the root of the problem is a lot of jumbled energy, a lot of mixed messages coming from this person. You're sort of stable in this, which is interesting. I love Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles for an earth reading. But I'm feeling like, you're pretty grounded in what you want and what you're available for. I feel like there's a lot here that's, not just regrets and mistakes, but almost, sadness and despair and all the emotional dysregulation that comes with that, because you don't really know where you stand and this person isn't being cooperative about it. Maybe you just haven't really spoken. Maybe there's not been much communication, but what I'm feeling coming from this person's energy is that, they're not rising to the occasion. They're sort of, they've bowed out a bit energetically. King of Wands reversed. I'm going to pull one card on this Ace of Swords to see if I can get a hit on what it's about. Yeah. I definitely feel like in the past there was a clear ending point, but I don't think there was closure. Okay? I do not think you got closure. I think you saw something or learned something and, had some clarity for a moment that, yeah, we're done here. But it wasn't done and over like how you sort of work through something for another couple days to make sure you get the closure on anything that wasn't fully resolved, right? I don't think you got the closure. So there's this sense of, oh, maybe there'll be a new beginning once we get through this difficult cycle. And that's why this is top of mind now. Guys, I am really sorry. My phone has been blowing up today. My daughter is very ill. And I got all kinds of calls coming in about her. So my apologies. She's being taken care of for now. But I told her father, just break through, leave messages, leave texts, and I'll get to them when I can. But he's a doctor. He's on top of it. So just wanted to apologize. Yeah, so that world card in the past, something kind of ended. We've got this difficult cycle, but it didn't end with a full closure. So kind of left you like, And now what's top of mind for you is this Ace of Pentacles, Magician, King of Cups, Empress. Yeah, I feel you're in a very open, receptive energy trying to manifest, the keeper of your heart to come in for a new beginning. I definitely feel like this is something that you feel ready for. You feel grounded. I do feel like your intuition is sort of kind of trying to break through. I feel you're optimistic. I love that we have the King of Cups and the King of Wands. I love that love and passion kind of frame for the energy of your person, of your beloved. But I still feel like this King of Wands isn't yet ready. Let's see the Nine of Pentacles. Give me a card. Talking about the love of your life, maybe your one true love. Queen of Cups, Justice. So now we have the Queen and to the King of Cups. I feel like your heart is open. Again, receptive as the Empress, divine feminine energy, but it's coming from lots of deep emotion. Maybe even a little empathy for this person. really wanting to restore the harmony between the two of you, bring the balance in, something that's been very out of balance. Spirit's message for you is the Four of Cups. Yeah, it's a timing issue for this person. It just feels like the timing is off. One more card. Yeah, we need a reconciliation, right? If you're sitting here with all this disillusioned energy, or there's an emotional disconnect between the two of you, then you need fate to step in to bring about an opportunity for reconciliation, for second chances, for some forgiveness for whatever it is that went wrong. Let's see, from the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Wands. Yeah, so now we have the King and Queen of Wands and the King and Queen of Cups. I like that pairing, but it's almost like it's calling you to be strong, to kind of come from your power. Death card. Star. King of Wands again. Ace of Pentacles. Let me pull for the Seven of Pentacles. Emperor. Three of Cups, 10 of Cups. So, here's the qualifier for this reading. Especially if you formulated your reading in a positive way, which I should have said at the outset. Like, I would never, because I'm very sensitive about energy and about what energy I put out in the universe, since the universe is a matching thing. It matches your energy. It's very literal. So I would never ask the question, are we getting it back together soon? Like, I would not put a qualifier on it. Okay, because then we get this kind of no. So you want to have an open question that sort of invites possibilities. So I'm feeling this isn't a no for good. I think it's a no for now, because I am seeing in the, how things might unfold going forward. If you allow this more time to evolve organically, we've got an Emperor seeking that happiness through some kind of coming together. That is another form of reconciliation, and therefore a potential cause for celebration, but it will be much farther down the line. So I think your no is qualified by not right now. Not never, just not right now. So if your question was open-ended enough, then you've got something to look forward to. Because I feel like this person, this King of Wands energy that's problematic right now, that's, you've got all this very heavy energy about, because you're having a hard time reading them, right? Maybe you're getting mixed messages, or maybe even energetically, if you've been sort of closed off from them for a while. But I feel like this person is still healing something. The new beginning that's top of mind for you is in their unconscious awareness. It's within them. It's not like right here in the forefront of their mind, but because it's in your unconscious awareness, it is accessible. But something for this person, they're still in a state of flux and change. And there are things when you're in that state that you kind of have to have some hope for the future. You have to have hope for, see that sun right there where my finger is? There's a sun there breaking on the horizon in the background of this very desolate. It's like, yeah, it's the only real color other than the blue water is that yellow sun peeking up, like suggesting a new day will dawn. After this desolate scene, right? And despair. So I do feel that some of your despairing here with the Five of Cups as you look back is mirroring this person's energy, and they're really kind of hanging on to hope that they will come through this and the change that is needed will take place. And then we have the growth, and then we have the transformation, and then this can come from the top of the deck and be front of mind. But it feels like for now, there's still something that is unfolding here for this person. So I would say don't give up. Nine of Wands, persevere. Persevere. If your intuition is telling you that reconciliation is possible, then I would say don't give up. Take it as a not right now. It's not no forever. It's not right now. Okay? Now, what I'm going to offer you, though, is in the extended, we're jumping deep into this King of Wands. By the way, it was a King of Wands in pile A as well. But also it's an Emperor, so King of Wands, King of Cups, it's this, all the same. But from the main spread, I prefer to use energy from the main deck when I can. And it's King of Wands. We're going to see how they show up. We're going from their point of view now, okay? On the relationship, what are they processing? When it comes to you, what are they processing? What are their intentions? We're going behind their eyeballs. The link is below. It will say PAC with a B in quotes and the link. So there's link A, B, and C. PAC stands for pick a card, and that will take you to it. As I said, it's a few dollars less than the regular extendeds because they don't run as long. It's not going to run as long, okay? But it's going to give you the next layer deep for what's going on with this person who's kind of facing some real important change, within themselves. Okay? So that's what I have. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Like, hype, share if you feel called to do so. Thanks so much. I'm headed to the extended. I'll see you there in a second. Bye for now. Okay, pile C, let's jump in. Let me tell you how this works. So, major arcana is a yes. Court cards, king, queen, knight, page, are a no. Even 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 numbers cards are a yes. And odd cards, including the ace, because that's a 1, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 are a no. Here we go. I'm going to pull all the cards. We have a 3 of Cups as our overall energy. What's crossing us is the Ace of Cups. Wow. In the below, meaning, what is the root of the problem? We have the Knight of Wands. In the past, the 7 of Cups. Up top of mind is 7 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords for the near future, Spirit talking to you about the moon, again, Tower energy for your person and their hidden energy, and how things might unfold going forward, overcoming something, okay? So this is dicey. I gotta pay attention. Out of 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 cards, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that are no's. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 that are yes. So it's a no, but it's a no by like a hair. Okay? So what I want you to do is, this happened in pile B as well. Sometimes it's not no forever, it's not right now, but there's something here that, you know, depending on how you phrased your question, it still has to be overcome despite lots of, you know, fears, worries, anxieties, because, you know, you don't always, you can't see. It's, you know, the moon is what we can't see, and sometimes we get really triggered by it. And we have to trust our intuition about it. So if you trusted your intuition, you chose this pile, that's great. There's something that you're in the process of overcoming, that you need to overcome before you can kind of get to the calmer waters. But the calmer waters are there. That energy is available to you. Perhaps not right now, but we'll see. So what we have here is the 3 of Cups again. Challenge crossed by the Ace of Cups. I see the Ace of Cups as, you know, really, this is the love of my life, but we need to kind of come together. We need to reconcile something. That was the theme of both pile A and B. So I'm kind of glad to see it. It happened for the fire signs as well, that the storylines were very similar, which means I'm really tapping into the collective. So their storylines were all similar. Yours are seeming to be about some kind of reconciliation. And of course, what's the root of the problem is, it might have been on and off, in and out, or someone that, you know, you want to return that hasn't in the past. Lots of confusion. 7 of Cups, top of mind right now. Trying to be patient and allow things to unfold organically in the near future. Maybe moving to some calmer waters, getting some peace of mind or not. We'll see what's going to land on that. I will clarify that one for sure. Spirit talking to you about the moon. Don't forget, the moon is our intuition, but it's also our emotional response and our triggers to our fears, and the fears coming from what we can't see, what we don't know. Okay? And for your person, Tower, they could be going through it right now, and how you come out on that on the other side is, you may really need to help each other overcome an obstacle. Okay, so let's jump in. I'm not going to clarify everything, but probably close to it. 3 of Cups, Ace of Cups, Page of Pentacles, 3 of Cups again, 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel it. I think it's like a journey. You know, the Page of Pentacles is just a baby step, one step at a time. The Page of Pentacles is learning something. There's something to be learned. It can be fresh start energy, but we've got the 6 of Pentacles from the bottom of the deck. There may be a challenge here with regard to equal give and take. I'm sensing that it's kind of been a one-sided relationship, with maybe you giving more than the other person has been. So again, in this whole thing, we're learning as we go and grow, right? We're learning how to fly the plane as we build it. So it's coming in very small incremental steps towards some kind of a coming back together or a reconciliation if that's warranted. Let's look at the Knight of Wands. Yeah. High Priestess, Queen of Pentacles, Temperance. All the same cards are coming out for all these readings. It's kind of a miracle. It's amazing to me. Different decks, all different decks, clarifiers too, different, questions that you're asking. But it feels like, even though this is the root of the problem, your intuition telling you that this person isn't ready for the kind of committed, grounded relationship that's moving toward building something. Just that sort of intuitive inner knowing, just like the moon tells you there. Just sitting in the shadow of my Mongo cup, right? And so on some level, I think you're trying to go with the flow. This, trusting your intuition, realizing that maybe this person isn't ready for what you're ready for, but not really putting any demands on them at this time. I kind of get the Seven of Cups, so I'm not going to worry about that. Seven of Pentacles, top of mind. Give me a card on that. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, almost like things are up in the air here. You're trying to assess realities on the ground. The twos are always cards of choices and decisions, really kind of giving it some serious consideration of what you want this to look like on the other side, being patient about it, but not really sure where you stand. And sometimes that Queen of Wands has to take matters into her own hands, but you really can't. You have to sort of allow it to sort of unfold more organically. So it's more important that you know what path you're walking, and then the rest is sort of up in the air. So I mean, that's exactly the feeling that I'm getting from most of the energies coming through here in the near future. Show me the Six of Swords. Yeah. So I do think there is an opportunity to kind of get past the worst of the turbulence, to sort of pull together and move past something here that's been problematic, so that you can at least get some peace of mind. I do feel that's a yes for that. But let's see with the moon from Spirit. Five of Swords, Page of Swords, Five of Cups. This is the rate limiting problem right here. All right. The what you can't see and what kind of triggers you is maybe, does this person, can you trust their intentions? Inquiring minds. Lots of looking back and sort of taking stock of what's happened and the times you were disappointed or despairing, or mistakes that were made, or regrets that, you may have, but overall, it seems like Spirit's acknowledging your fear, or a fear. There's a fear here about a fear and a question, a curiosity of, can I trust this person? Do they trust me? That's our unknown. And we have your person here with the Tower. Page of Cups, Queen of Cups, Ten of Cups. Wow. Let me pull for the Strength card too. Nine of Wands. This could be the same as any of the other two readings. Yeah. So there was definitely, I'm going to see this Knight of Wands. We've got a Seven of Swords here from the bottom of the deck in the outcome position. I kind of just have an overall feeling that this has been someone who hasn't been completely on the level with you. You may see this person as the one, the love of your life, or your one true love. Same thing, but you know what I'm saying? Like, no, this is the gift from Spirit. This is the person I'm meant to be with. It's, and you're ready for it, Queen of Cups, and you're passionate about being on this path as Queen of Wands energy, and you're prepared to sort of bring things to the other side, to something calmer than what you've gone through. But I feel like this person has been a bit shady. I just get that feeling. I do think you can work it out. 8 of Pentacles. I know I'm jumping to the outcome, but I think it's important for you to hear this. But it's going to take a lot of perseverance. And you're going to have a lot of obstacles to overcome together. And so this person has to invest in the fixing the shit phase. Pardon my French. They're going to have to commit to that work. Make it a priority. Not avoid, not run, not decide, oh, there's something better over here, you know? And there's where the question mark comes, because, you know, Spirit is talking about the fears and the insecurities around trusting someone's intentions, or am I really getting played here? Am I going to end up getting set up? And yet what I see for your person is they are having a crash and burn right now. And it may be leading to a pretty powerful awakening. And they come in here with this Page of Cups, which is like an apology. You know, now they're getting a dose of their own medicine, and maybe an apology, and, you know, and you're the keeper of their heart now, and they have this internal reference for could have been so happy, you know, almost like a real woulda, coulda, shoulda. And, you know, like, oh, maybe I really was happy there, and I shouldn't have been so, you know, in and out about it, or serving my own interests about it. You know, sometimes that Knight of Wands is just about getting their own needs met. They don't have the staying power, and that leads you to not trusting their intentions. But I'm seeing now that they may be getting a little bitch slap of their own somehow, some way. I don't think by you, but I think it's throwing them right back into the, oh my gosh, I had a real good one there. I really had a very loving person who I could have had so much happiness with. And now here's this apology, right? This apologetic stance, this, you know, message from their heart that is sincere toward you, and seeing you in that Queen of Cups frame as someone who really loved them. And maybe they took for granted and took advantage of. 5 of Swords. So, don't know how you phrased your question, but if you were asking if there's going to be like a reunion or a reconciliation, I would say not in the immediate sense. So it's good that you're with a 7 of Pentacles, but it's not out of the question. It's not out of the question, because this person is going through something right now that's helping them, right? Pull the film off their eyes so they could see themselves in how what they've just come through, and how they may have done that to you and left you in all this confusion and emotional overwhelm, and like, what the heck is happening? And, you know, I thought this is it. So like pile B, I'm feeling this is a not no forever, but a not right now, and something is still in the process of unfolding. Okay? So that's what I have for this part of the reading. What I'm going to do is, in the extended, is, for lack of a better phrase, we're dealing here with a Knight of Wands. I like to take the reference energetic signature of your person from the main deck. But down below in the description box, you'll see PAC and the letter C in quotes. That's pick a card C, pile C. That's your link. It's a little less expensive. Not that my extendeds are expensive, but it's a couple dollars less, because it's a shorter extended for just sort of what's happening from this person's point of view. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. The link is below. Thanks for joining me. I Hope you got the answer that you were looking for or the explanation for the answer that you got. I'll see you at the extended. Bye for now.